I'm Dr. Mark Barkey, a professor of aerospace engineering mechanics at the University of Alabama. I teach a lot of courses in what are called solid mechanics areas about stress analysis of materials and structures. And at the undergraduate level, I teach mechanics of materials, AEM 250. And I want to make this video to show everybody how to navigate around the distance education site. Some of it's intuitive and some of it is a little bit tricky, so I want to show some of the features of our course website. So as a student, you would log into MyBama and you'd see something similar to this. You may have other classes. These are the courses that I'm teaching in the fall of 2016. Other semesters may be a little different. But you would click on the course AEM 250-920, and that would take you to the home page for the distance education course. You can watch a welcome video. Some of these videos were taken a little while ago, a few years ago. The course syllabus you can read. Okay, it gives some basic information about the prerequisites and co-requisites, the grading policy, and so forth. The daily schedule and assignments. Let's take a look at that. It goes to my personal web page. And you see here the course information, the syllabus, and for different semesters there will be different syllabi here that detail all the assignments that are due each day of the class. We'll take a look at that again in a moment. Let's go back to our course page, and it says begin the course by visiting the learning modules and visit my course homepage for additional worked out examples and other information. So we can open a new tab here, and that takes that to that page where I have this information. A lot of different information for the course that I've assembled over the semesters that I've taught it. There's some help for Blackboard Learn, and there's tech support for distance education at the University of Alabama, and a phone number that you can call that takes you to the distance education help site. Before we get into the different learning modules, let's take a look on the left. Course homepage, this is this page right here. Course alerts. I don't tend to use these, but I may start trying to use them. That would be places to look for homework assignments that are due and things like that. The syllabus. We've talked about that already. It's just another link to that page. The different learning modules, and the learning modules are the videos that you would watch for the course. Course schedule and homework assignments. That again takes me to my web page. Look at that soon. Discussions, submitting assignments. Let's look at discussions. It's like a forum that you can post in if you would like. There's this introductions. If you click on that, you can reply here. You can tell me a little bit about yourself. The other students will have access to this. Only share what you're comfortable with. But that can give you a little bit of a sense of being in the class, getting to know your fellow students. Even though you're distance education students, still like to encourage some interaction. Help wanted. If you need some help, you can post it in here. Other students can respond. I also will try to take a look at this, but I'll show you that you may want to contact me if you need some help and I don't see that. So feel free to call me or send me an email, and we'll talk about those other two options in a moment. Sometimes I make a mistake in a video and I document the mistake. If you catch a mistake, you're welcome to post in here. I try to be very descriptive. Module 1, problem set 3, or problem set 4, and so forth. If you have any discussion, let me know. And on the very first time you get to this discussion page, you probably want to click on this link. Okay. What to do to submit homework, we're going to go over that. I'm going to send you an initial email that outlines some of the information about the course, and then starting AEM 250, what to do, watch the first lecture. A lot of this we're going to cover in this video, but if you don't get a chance to see this video, that information will be here as well. So this is an important board, and as we get to different tests, I will post some more information in here to kind of give you some idea of what some of the important topics are and what to expect on exams and the format of the exams and so forth. Let's show how to submit assignments. Let's click on this link. And this one is a little bit, maybe not terribly intuitive. So assignment 1, each assignment you submit needs to be a PDF file. We really can't take photos, so there is software out there that if you use your phone to take a photo, it can convert that to a PDF document, and that's what the grader can grade. But to submit the assignment, what you do is you click on this, and that allows you to upload a file. It tells you the due date, points possible, and then attach the file. So that's where it goes, and you can add comments. The grader will see that. I don't grade the homework, but the grader does. And as you go through the semester, we have typically 38 to 40 assignments. You will see these different due dates and so forth that are in here. Now I will say sometimes the due dates get a little messed up. I have to copy them from previous semesters. So if you find one that isn't at the right time, just send me an email and we can make some adjustments. Some web links. Here's the course homepage, the syllabus, the learning modules, basically the same things that we see over on the left-hand side. There's basic help from the College of Continuing Studies. You can click on this and see your grades on your assignments. Okay, these are all the different assignments upcoming, and then this should be filled in, and there are it says total and weighted total. And as you take exams, I will add columns and rows to this. Let's see what the tool panel does. May not do anything. Okay, announcements, Blackboard Collaborate, journals. My grades is probably the one that we'll use here. There's also a way to send emails and things. Blackboard help, that's general help for Blackboard. And here's a spot that I really want to emphasize. It says Integrity Classes. So if you click on this link, I'm using Integrity right now to record this video. But what I have done a lot of throughout the years that I've taught this course is I have a library of worked out homework solutions. So it may be 10 o'clock at night and you need some help with a homework problem. What you can do is you can take a look in this area and see if the homework problem has been worked out. You can sort by title and see here's because it's alphabetical, 12 comes before chapter 2, but here I've worked out problem 2.13-5, and you can watch a video of me talking and going over the homework problem out of the book 2.13-5, and I go through all the details as if you were to have come to my office and we would work out this problem together. If there is a problem that is assigned or a problem that you want to see worked, then send me an email. If it's not here, send me an email and I will work that problem and add it to this kind of growing library of homework problems. In addition to the homework problems, if we scroll down a little bit, there are also a bunch of lectures. These are the same lectures that you would watch in the other format. These lectures, I'm at my writing pad, and all you see is the computer pad. The other lectures through the main distance education site, you see a video of me writing on a whiteboard, which is useful in some ways because I can do something like bring in a yardstick and show you how something bends a little bit easier than what I could do just by using my writing pad on the computer. These are also on YouTube. They're not complete. The videos for the distance education section are complete, although I hope to have the YouTube videos completed soon for all my different lectures. Okay, so these are the integrity lectures. It's a great resource that I think is kind of unique to me, at least at the University of Alabama, in helping students work through some of their homework problems. All right, let's go to the learning modules. So there's an introduction, and this is just kind of tells you some places you can get some help and look at the syllabus and so forth. Introduction to Stress, Strain, and Design. So what you would do is you would watch this video. This is our first lecture on the introduction to the course and normal stress. I have some problem sets, which are sometimes the same problem, sometimes they're a little different than the integrity video problem sets. And then I go through each of these different lectures, and they're usually between 20 and 50 minutes in length, these different problem sets. So these lectures, these long ones, tend to be different lectures that you will see in the syllabus. Okay, so on Module 1, it has these sections. Let's go back to the module list. There's a module on axial deformation, torsion, equilibrium and stresses in beams, deflection of beams, stress and strain transformations, and so forth throughout the semester. Let's take a look at Module 1 again. Read the sections listed on the daily schedule and assignments from your semesters from chapters 1 and 2 in the textbook. And then after you have take exam 1 at the scheduled time, review the proctoring information and procedures. And after you have completed Module 1, proceed to Module 2. Okay, so this will let you know which modules are grouped together in a test. Well, let's look at that daily schedule and assignments so we can get an idea of what the homework is when it's due and so forth. Okay, so for the fall 2016 semester, we'll click on this link, and it pulls up this PDF document. So here we are, fall 2016. Our first day of class is on August 17th. It's a Wednesday, and the reading assignment is Chapter 1, and then Chapter 2, Sections 1 and 2, and the Appendix A and B. It's the Introduction to Normal Stress, just like the video that we have in Learning Module 1. These are the problems that go with this section, 2.2-4, 6, and 8, that you can take a look at your book. You can get a hard copy of the book or an electronic copy of the textbook that we use. We use Craig's Mechanics and Materials book in the 3rd edition. And then we'll talk about the due dates soon, but then we go through each of these other sections in the same sort of way. Extensional strain and stress strain diagrams, these are the problems. So we move down here, we'll see that we have, for the on-campus students, a night exam. You will schedule an exam with your proctor as a distance education student. And then we have these other days here throughout the semester where we have exams and so forth. There's some holidays. I think this is around, I think this is just fall break right here. And then, of course, in the spring we have spring break, and this looks like Thanksgiving break around here, and so forth. And it lets you know what exam 1 covers, chapters 1 and 2, 3 through 6, 7 through 9. So you'll watch the lecture, you'll work these homework problems, you'll submit the assignments, and let's see if we can check out the due date. Assignment 1, if I click on that, it's due on Friday, August 19th. Oops. All right, let's go back and take a look at this PDF document. So we started class on the 17th, just like the in-class students. The first assignment is going to be due on the 19th. Now, if you need a little extra time, let me know. I can adjust some dates. The important thing, though, is that you need to, I will require it, that you turn in all of your homework before you take an exam on that topic. So what that means is by this day, September the 14th, or whenever you take your exam, I usually give distance education students a little bit of leeway, you would need to have completed these assignments from Chapter 2. because exam 1 covers this material. So that's kind of important to me that you do the homework before you take the test on that topic. That way you get the most out of everything. For the second exam, we cover chapter 3, 4, 5, and 6. Okay, so you need to turn that homework in before you take that exam. And likewise for the third exam, 7, 8, and 9. And then the final exam has a little bit of new information out of chapters 10 and 12. Then we take our comprehensive final exam. Now the date of the comprehensive final exam is during finals week, and the exact day will be determined by the registrar's exam calendar. And I don't have that in front of me right now, but as that date approaches, I will let everyone know. So again, what you would do is you would scan your homework, turn it into a PDF document, and then hit Browse My Computer to attach the file. The grader will grade it and get you the feedback on the homework. Now, if you don't have a scanning photocopier at work, wherever you work, there is a nice one you can buy. You can look on different places to buy things, and they cost a sheet-fed document scanner, combination printer, combination fax machine. There are some that cost between $100 and $150, so they're not terribly expensive, and you may find it really handy to have one. But I do require it in a PDF format. But there's all kinds of ways to create PDF documents. All right. So let's go back to the course homepage. We talked about how to submit homework. We talked about how to get the syllabus. Let's go to my course website. If you click on this, there's some things that you may find useful. Up at the top, it says PDF lectures. When I teach this class to on-campus students, what I do is I write on a piece of paper and it gets projected to the entire class. This coming fall, I'm going to have 185 students in class. It's going to be a large class, but what I do is I take the paper that I write on and I scan it in and I create a PDF document. And I post those on my website. And these are the exact notes that I have given to the on-campus students. You may want to just print these out and use these to help you look over. That way you don't have to write anything down as you take notes. You may want to write things down anyway as you take notes. But that's something that you may find useful. Now these things are only populated for the courses that for the lectures I have given to the on-campus students. So if you go down here to this and I haven't taught that class yet, you're not going to find any document. However, if you go down to the very bottom, I have kind of an archive of old lectures, and this will bring up all the lecture slides that I've written down from this particular semester. In this case, it's spring 2015. Let's see, let's go back here. Let me show you some other things that I have on my personal website. Here's how to get to my office. If you do get to come to campus, please stop by and see me. Here's some frequently asked questions. Now this is a very important document, so let's talk about some of it. I do this on the class video as well, but this tells you what the format of the exam is like. Typically 3 problems to be worked in 90 minutes. The final exam is 2.5 hours and 5 problems, 30 minutes per problem still. How I grade points, but what I look for when I grade. Free body diagrams, proper procedure, proper units, and so forth. And then even specifically, what should I know for exam number 1? And you should be able to do these things. Find axial stress and strain in a bar from loads and temperature changes and so forth. All of these things are things you should be able to do to be successful on exam number 1. What I would strongly suggest is before you even start this chapter, start the course, print this out and use this as a checklist. And as I cover this information in the videos, if you understand it, put a check by it. If you need some more help, put a star by it or something, and ask me questions. Ask the greater questions. Read more in the book or watch the videos to get help until you understand what I'm talking about when I say things like know the meaning of double shear. And likewise for exam 2 I have some information, and exam 3 and the final exam. Also at the end of this are some common problems and frequently asked questions. I run out of time when I take a test. Make sure that you study enough. Make sure you practice enough so that you're efficient with your time. And if you have some medical concern, test anxiety or something like that, then accommodations are made through the University of Alabama Office of Disability Services. There's a procedure for that, and they will allow you to have extra time, but it's not automatic. You have to have a medical note to explain that you do get extra time. How should I know if I feel confident about taking the exam? Look at the other homework problems and so forth, and just lots of information about questions that I'm often asked by students throughout the semesters. How to be successful in mechanics and materials. Basically that says do your homework. Why doing your homework is important. If you don't do your homework, you're not going to be able to understand what question is being asked to you on your exam. There's some helpful things. Detailed statics example problems. I will expect that you have successfully passed statics. It is a prerequisite to the course. You should have had a C- or better in your statics class in order to be in mechanics materials. Yeah, but you may be a little rusty, so here's some examples. And then some worked out questions. In some ways the videos kind of supersede some of these printouts, but if you don't want to watch my video, then you can maybe get more quickly to an example just by printing out a PDF document. Down at the bottom is some other information. My typical exam cover page. You probably want to review that before you take your exam. Homework handouts are here, and even I'll give you a test question. Problem number 1 for exam number 3. I will give you the exact question I'm going to ask you, but I will put in different numbers, and that goes to something called Moore's circle that we'll talk about later on in the semester. All right. So I wanted to make sure that you had this introduction, and I want to be able to put this on YouTube because you can't watch it if you can't get to the website. So here it is. I will send you a link to this video when you sign up for the course, and the class is about ready to start. But again, probably the most common question I have is, how do I submit the homework? So let's go over that one more time. It's not really clear to me what you have to do here, but what you do is you go to this assignment 1, assignment 2, assignment 3, and so forth, and click on that. And then you can hit browse my computer, and you can upload your PDF document. All right, thank you. I hope you enjoy the course. Again, please contact me if you have questions about the course throughout the semester.